This is Elizabeth, and I'm on a long drive to Florida right now. Parts I will not be naming specifically, because who does that on the internet? But during this drive, I have encountered, just in the state, 5 different signs mentioning when babies have heartbeats and, the sanctity of their lives because of it. And next to those signs are KFC signs and various fast food joints, and I'm just thinking, wow, so do chickens, cows, pigs, and all of those people that you pay to bomb in other countries, the born ones. So until you stop, and then there was a sign saying Christians use your vote, like right after and before one of them. And by the way, my uterus is not a democracy. There will be no voting on my health decisions, on my body, on whether or not I procreate, on how long, how often, none of that. There will be no voting. No. Because I am what's called an autonomous human being. A complete, fully functioning, fully capable of making my own decisions human being. I'm going to let you in on a little secret, guys and gals, and everyone in between. And abortion is not something that any human being actually wants. It is something that is necessary for women's autonomy, because women's reproductive systems have been used to enslave them for thousands of years, and are still being used to enslave them, both in other countries and this one. It seems a little more sparse than what it used to be, so people have this weird notion that it's gone away, but no, it has not at all. Domestic violence statistics, rape culture, and now people are trying to bring women back into a position where they don't get to choose whether or not they become parents. You know what can stop abortion? Like, seriously, if you actually care about women and about children, then try not to, because those fetuses, the ones that become women, you're not doing them any good if you're enslaving half of them, okay? Enslavement. I am not exaggerating. Crack open a book, a history book, a book written by a woman, now and then. So, here's the deal. If you actually want to stop abortion, like say most feminists in the world, you know what will actually do it? More than preaching at women about what they can and cannot do and trying to make laws over what women can and cannot do with their bodies, what would really stop, first lower and then potentially stop those numbers, except in cases of medical emergency, because there are those cases, yes, women can die without them. Die. They can die from childbirth. That's why they make the decisions. Okay. So, if you really want to stop that, stop getting in the way of sex education. Number 1. I don't care if it's by parents or by the school. It doesn't fucking matter. Education is education. It's better than them getting it from porn, which kids can get a hold of whether or not you agree that they get a hold of it or not. That is the worst possible education, sex education anyone could ever get. Ever. I would know. And so would a great deal of my generation. Oh, bad windows. So, comprehensive sex education. Teach kids about their bodies, what their bodies do, the wonderful ways that they can experience those in connection with other people. Teach them that they have the option. Yes, abstinence has its place in sex education. It's just not complete sex education. Yes, everyone has the choice to just not have sex, to not give in to the lie that everyone has to be cool or has to be an adult or a human, and that's not really true at all. A lot of people will use others just for quickies, just for fun, and it's okay to say no to that until you find a partner who is willing to love and worship you, or just love and respect you. That would be great. A rarity and great. It's okay to include abstinence, but they also need to know what their bodies do. They need to know about contraceptive use, because they're going to decide for themselves whether you like it or not, or approve or not, whether or not they're going to have sex. So teach them how to do it without getting pregnant as teenagers. And quit blaming the girls. Seriously. Quit shaming women for not becoming pregnant, for becoming pregnant, for choosing to have a child or not. Just stop it. Unless you are going to pay all of the hospital bills, take the swollen ankles, the diabetes occasionally, not to mention the risk of potentially bleeding to death if you don't get to the hospital on time. Unless you're going to do all that for them, shut the fuck up! Okay?